Here we go.
Hello and welcome to Bounding into Comics. My name is John Trent. I'm the founder and editor-in-chief at Bounding into Comics. Today I got a story about Star Trek actor George Takei and other celebrities reacting to a leaked draft opinion for Planned Parenthood v. Casey that will overturn Roe v. Wade. It's supposedly a majority opinion by Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito. So before we get to the celebrity reactions, I'm going to give you a brief overview of this leaked draft. So Politico leaked a draft of a majority opinion written by Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito that states, "We hold that Roe and Casey must be overruled." The draft document further notes it is time to heed the Constitution and return the issue of abortion to the people's elected representatives. Towards the end of the 98-page document, Alito also writes, "We do not pretend to know how our political system or society will respond to today's decision overruling Roe and Casey, and even if we could foresee what will happen, we would have no authority to let that knowledge influence our decision. We can only do our job, which is to interpret the law, apply longstanding principles of stare decisis, and decide this case accordingly. We therefore hold that the Constitution does not confer a right to abortion, Roe and Casey must be overruled, and the authority to regulate abortion must be returned to the people and their elected representatives." In response to this document and news report, George Takei took to Twitter where he wrote, "These mother effers really did it. First they came for black voters, then they targeted LGBTQ plus families. Now women of America, they're overruling Roe v. Wade." He then encouraged, "We have to unite and strike back, take to the streets, overwhelm them at the ballot box. They have gone too damn far." In a subsequent tweet, Takei wrote, "Please follow Vote Choice so we can mobilize for action. The extremist religious radical right must be stopped." Alyssa Milano, no surprise, also had a reaction. She also called for people to take to the streets. She wrote on Instagram, "People need to peacefully take to streets." On Twitter, she would add, "We must enshrine protections for women in the Constitution. Go to eracoalition.org to join us in our mission to get the archivist to print the already ratified Equal Rights Amendment. We can't wait." Takei and Milano weren't the only celebrities to react to the news. The Orville creator Seth MacFarlane expressed his displeasure with the decision when he wrote on Twitter, "The consequences of allowing a small-minded former reality show host to appoint 3 Supreme Court justices," obviously referring to former President Donald Trump. Actress Amber Tamblyn, who recently starred in the quickly canceled Why the Last Man series, tweeted, "Tonight, our highest court declared war on more than half of its citizens, women and birthing people everywhere." She added, "The overturning of Roe v. Wade is a political act of violence against us, and we will not accept it. We will fight, and we will not stop, ever." Tamblyn's tweet here is the perfect example of gaslighting. She's claiming that overturning of Roe v. Wade is a political act of violence. No, what is the actual act of violence is abortion, where they're murdering human infants in the womb. That is the act of violence, Amber Tamblyn. It is not overturning Roe v. Wade and having states decide whether or not abortion should be illegal or legal. Clearly, I'm of the opinion that it should be illegal because it is indeed murder, and most states I know of all outlaw murder. So why would they not outlaw abortion? But again, a perfect example of gaslighting, trying to claim that overturning a law or overturning a ruling is violence, when indeed that ruling was allowing people to commit heinous acts of violence. We also had Rosanna Arquette tweet. Arquette recently started Netflix's Ratch series. She wrote, "Get your boots off our wombs." She would also add, "President Biden must add non-comprised judges to SCOTUS." Pretty sure she means non-compromised, but who knows what she's actually saying there. Doesn't even really make any sense. I guess the implication is that the people that are serving on the Supreme Court now are somehow compromised. I guess actually being moral, just, and truthful people makes you compromise. It's utterly ridiculous. Again, another form of gaslighting where they just lie to you. I do want to reiterate that abortion is morally wrong. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And no matter what these celebrities are saying, they are the ones in the wrong. They have no moral high ground. And I think the Catholic Church does an excellent job of explaining why abortion is so morally wrong. So I'm going to read a little bit from the church's catechism. They have a whole section on abortion. It begins, human life must be respected and protected absolutely from the moment of conception. From the first moment of his existence, a human being must be recognized as having the rights of a person, among which is the inviolable right of every innocent being to life. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, and before you were born, I consecrated you. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret, intricately wrought in the depths of the earth. Since the first century, the church has affirmed the moral evil of every procured abortion. This teaching has not changed and remains unchangeable. Direct abortion, that is to say, abortion willed either as an end or a means, is gravely contrary to the moral law. You shall not kill the embryo by abortion and shall not cause the newborn to perish. God, the Lord of life, has entrusted to men the noble mission of safeguarding life, and men must carry it out in a manner worthy of themselves. Life must be protected with the utmost care from the moment of conception. Abortion and infanticide are abominable crimes. The Catechism further says, the inalienable right to life of every innocent human individual is a constitutive element of a civil society and its legislation. The inalienable rights of the person must be recognized and respected by civil society and the political authority. These human rights depend neither on single individuals nor on parents, nor do they represent a concession made by society and the state. They belong to human nature and are inherent in the person by virtue of the creative act from which the person took his origin. Among such fundamental rights, one should mention in this regard every human being's right to life and physical integrity from the moment of conception until death. The moment a positive law deprives a category of human beings of the protection which civil legislation ought to accord them, the state is denying the equality of all before the law. When the state does not place its power at the service of the rights of each citizen, and in particular of the more vulnerable, the very foundations of a state based on law are undermined. As a consequence of the respect and protection which must be ensured for the unborn child from the moment of conception, the law must provide appropriate penal sanctions for every deliberate violation of the child's rights. So I think that's pretty clear, laying out why abortion is so wrong, and it also lays out why states should actually be outlawing it and punishing those who engage in it, because it is a moral crime, just like murder. Because it is murder, and people should be punished for it just like they are punished for murder. So those are my thoughts on the matter. I think these celebrities are completely and absolutely unhinged. I don't think you should take anything that they say. They need lots of prayers because they're obviously being influenced by evil forces that allows them to spew this evil, because that is what they're doing. They are promoting evil, and we should not be taking the advice, the opinions of people pushing evil. So again, those are my thoughts on the matter. Let me know what you think. My name is John Trent, and you've been watching Bounding into Comics.